Hello, it's 6 o'clock. That means one thing, it's the launch of a brand new one-day special. This is the moment you've probably been waiting for again. Have you got your Deflecto storage? Do you need to add to that storage that you've already got? We've got some great prices for you, and of course we have got an amazing one-day special for you as well. Now, Sam's not here in the studio, but hopefully we will be speaking to him via Skype. I think we're going to do a trip around the counter or down the counter with Sam, actually. I believe he is there ready and waiting, so we're going to say a very good evening to Sam, of course. Hello, Sam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Excited about this because we've got some new items on as well and some great prices.
Yes, we've, I think kind of last time on we'd said that we were launching quite a number of new products this year. We would have liked to have probably got them out a little easier, but the COVID's caused a few issues with us launching products. So yeah, there was a few ones on the last time we were on. We've also added some new products as well to this show.
Amazing. Well, we will start, of course, with the one-day special. Sam, are you all right to stay with us a little while as we go for a trip down the counter? Is that okay?
Yes, I'd love to.
Lovely. Right, let's have a look at the one-day special itself. Now, I'm pleased to say, because these sell out time after time, don't they? We've got the four storage, the sort and storage caddies back in stock. Now, I like this, and I know by popular demand, a lot of customers, you know, when we offer the Wheelbase as well, which we will do again in the future, and we have got that separate, but to go for those extra caddies on their own, very important if you've already got the Wheelbase and just want to add on to what you've already got. So we've got that for you, a £12 saving, 2 payments as well. You can split this down. We'll bring you the details back up there. £24.98. 903010. Amazing value. Sam, tell us about these. I mean, here in the studio, so many guests and so many of us who present and guest as well own these. But tell us a little bit about them for anyone that hasn't seen them before.
This was sort of our first product. This was our first storage product that Deflecto had kind of innovated. We actually designed the product in-house, so it isn't a copy of something that's on the market. There isn't something similar to it. You can use the units on their own. Obviously, you're getting 4 of them within this bundle, within the one-day special. But I think kind of the feedback we always get is the fact that you can use each individual unit as a single unit if you want to.
Definitely.
It's a great benefit, but also because you can stack them and lock them together, it then makes them a lot easier to kind of carry around, whether you need to just take 1 with you or take 4 with you.
It certainly does. And, you know, there's so many positives about this as well, the way they sit together, the way they don't wobble around. Myself, Paola, Leona, we all have them. The girls from Be Crafty who come here also have these. So many of the other guests own Deflecto products. But I think it's when it comes to the caddies, these are so, so special. And it's amazing, Sam, what you can actually fit into these canisters as well.
Yeah, well, I think that's always, you know, the surprise. If you're, just to give you some size reference, if you're looking at it, obviously, you know, you're looking at it at home, it's around about 32 centimetres in length, so just over 12 inches, and it's around 20 to 22 centimetres in width as well, so close to kind of 12 inches by 8 inches. Each unit, so each layer that you get, each caddy has 4 single containers. And they're around sort of 4.5 inches in diameter, 4.5 inches in depth. You can get lots of different items in there. I think probably the easiest one to reference is the distress ink pads. You can get, I think it's about 7 or 8 in one single unit. I think you can get more than that in,
actually. I haven't got mine today. Otherwise, I'd be counting them in. I did do this, and we had shows not so long ago, and I can't remember exactly. I think I got 11 in. I can't swear to it, I can't be 100%, but if you put them on top of each other and then slot a couple down the side as well. Yeah. But incredible for space and organisation, that's the key, isn't it? It's about organising all your bits and pieces, and it's not just for craft. We are talking about your DIY enthusiasts, we're talking about your sewing, you know, your soft crafting as well as your general crafting. Lots of uses, but really, really accessible cases that you can switch around, change this around. If you're a multi-crafter, these are very important as well, because as you've already said, Sam, you can separate these down as well. Just take 1 if you want with you, 1 canister or 1 tray of canisters, or you can stack them together and lock them together and go in multiples. Amazing.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean that probably is one of the best selling points of this product, is the fact that it isn't just one large storage unit. You know, a set of 4 of them stacked together is quite a sizable, you know, a sizable unit if they're all locked together. But so just to recap on the number of containers you're getting, so you're getting 16 of the single size containers, and you're getting 4 of the medium sized containers that are within each layer as well. So
Fabulous.
you really can get lots. And, you know, you did mention it's not just for craft. You know, for those that have kind of watched these shows before, you'll know that I do absolutely no crafting. I'm not very good at it, but we do use the caddies in my household for storage of my daughter's little modeling clays, just little you know, like the cake baking kits, the little building blocks, crayons, pencils. Like, you can use them across the whole, you know, it hasn't just got to be arts and craft.
That's it. And great as well, if you are sort of going to visit, you know, friends or family, or perhaps you've got a caravan or something like that as well. If you've got those sort of items in there, if you've got children, great that you can just pick that up and go, and it's all there, nice and secure. Just going back to the size of it, Sam, I mean, you did say there, you know, when you stack them together, you can build that tower quite high, so it could be quite sizable. But you're not changing the footprint at all, are you? You're just going up in height, but the footprint isn't enormous, so that incredible amount of storage you've got there that you can just continue to build, it really does set this apart, you know, from other storage units that I've seen.
Yeah, exactly that, and you know, you're spot on with that. The foot space that it takes, whether it be kind of on your desk at work or in your crafting room, and once they're all locked together, you know, the floor space that you need it's under a foot square. So you really can stack 6 or 7 comfortably together. That's why we added the wheelbase as well, which we'll move on to. So once you've got kind of even 4 on a stack with lots of products in there, the wheelbase is just a great addition to make it easier for moving around. If you've got it next to you or if you've got it on a counter, the wheelbase is a nice addition to the product as well.
It certainly is. Well, we'll just take a fun look at the one-day special details there. We've got the wheelbase coming up. 903010 is the item number. And I can tell you, we are already extremely busy. Already 15% of the stock has gone. That's just on the caddies themselves. If you have already got a wheelbase, maybe you just want to add on to those caddies. If you haven't got a wheelbase, that is coming up. If you don't want the wheelbase, you can still work with these. We have got packaging around all of these. We might see if we can take some of this off for the next trip down the counter, just to show these being locked together as well. But look how easy it is to pick these up with that handle there. The locking mechanisms are there on the top. We will try and show you this, or we'll show you some VT perhaps a little bit later on, but very, very busy on the one-day special already. Do take advantage while we've got that £12 saving, because it certainly does make a difference. Now, we can have a look at the wheelbase next. We have got that here for you, and I can tell you, oh wow, I've just had a figure already. Do you know, we're only 8 minutes in. Do you know, I think a lot of you have been gone for those caddies. Perhaps when you've seen them on shows previously, you've gone for them and you haven't got the wheelbase, because 70% of the stock has already gone on the wheelbase. It is literally flying out. Now, once again, our wheelbase here, it is, you know, this is how it's going to come to you. It's packaged up, it's in the plastic, it's in the wrap there. You do have those casters at the bottom, which, Sam, I'm right in saying, aren't I, that these will go 360 degrees as well. So you can do a complete spin and a turn with those, so no tight corners are a problem when you're wheeling your tower around, if you're stacking on top of it. It's a really good addition to those caddies, isn't it?
Yes, I think just with the wheelbase, as we mentioned, once you do start to build the stack, you know, you may struggle with kind of lifting 4 caddies together. So the same way that they interlock together, and if you look at the image on the front of that, the wheelbase, you can see those grey levers running up the sides of the caddies, and that's basically how they all lock together. Now, the same way that they lock together, as we can see there, the wheelbase works the same principle. So there's grey levers that tuck away in the wheelbase when it's not in use. When you come to use it, you open the levers out. The wheelbase has been designed so the base of the caddy fits nice and snug into the wheelbase, and you just click the grey levers in, and it really is very straightforward.
It really is. And
I
do have these. Sam, I'm sorry, I've just got to tell you a bit of news. We've sold out of the wheelbases already. I can't believe it. 9 minutes in, and we've sold out of the wheelbases. Eek. Look at that saving as well. You were saving £8, not far off a half price saving there. I don't know if we can get any more of that. We will move on. We'll see what we can do, but I can't promise. Sam, we will move on down the counter.
Yeah.
Until we can see if there's anything we can do about that, but they have absolutely flown out. Now, moving down, I remember seeing these on previous shows, and I think these are a great buy. Now, you can see one of these caddies is full. I was guesting yesterday and I didn't take all my bits and pieces home. I'm not going to do this now because I want Sam to tell us all about these. But I have packed in, and there is still spare room in here. We're going to unpack this a little bit later so you can see exactly what you can fit inside. Now, Sam, tell me about these, because I really do like these a lot, and you're getting both of them under the one item number, under that price that we can see on the screen.
Yes, so these are one of our kind of newest products. I mean, you may have seen them on the last Hochanda show, which was the first time that they were launched, and they proved really popular. So we bundled the largest one together. So just to give you some reference of size with that, as you mentioned, the large one at the back, you really can get lots of products in there. We've embossed a ruler into the top of the lid as well. And that ruler is it's 30 centimeters, so you can really see it is a big product. It's got the nice carry handle again, so kind of crafting on the go, which is something that we like to try and do with all of our products. And there's lots of really clever little storage kind of compartments within this one unit. So you've got, I think there's 6 little compartments on the top alone with a lockdown lid. You've got the lift out tray, which is great for your, kind of larger items, scissors, different things like that. Again, it's clear, so you can still see what's inside. And then when you actually look inside the unit, I mean, you've got a lot of stuff in there, and I know you can get more in there. It really is a good sized storage compartment box.
You definitely can get more in there, because I proved that point before, but I've just got to work with what I've actually got accessible to me today, so we will unpack that a little bit later, and I think you'll find there is more in there than you realise. Sam, the small box as well, the same principle. You've got the ruler on the top. Everything is in a smaller scale, of course, but there's something for me that again makes this product stand out, and I'm just going to, this is true, because I do, or I have in the past done a lot of workshops when I've been able to, done exhibitions and things as well. What I want to point out is the little catch areas on the side. Now, to me, these really stood out for a reason, because you can see you've got those little teeth there. So when that clasp goes into place and it locks down, it is literally grabbing that and it's not going anywhere, which is very important, because I was once doing an exhibition with, I can't even remember where I got the caddy from now. It was a similar size to the larger one, and it had similar catches, but without, that style of catch there. And I was walking through the exhibition centre in Scotland, in Glasgow, carrying my little box, and it just suddenly went. The whole base came away, and that's because those clasps would not hold it tight. There is a lot of weight in here that just wouldn't hold. This is going nowhere. That is a really, really good selling point, I think, the fact that that is going to hold.
Well, I think, kind of as we've mentioned before, when people have bought Deflecto products, we really like to make it as user-friendly as possible, and it's little features like that that sometimes people overlook, or they kind of don't take, they take it for granted that it's just part of the product. But we really do try and create everything that we create. We really put a lot of thought into it. And as it happens, actually, this week on Monday, we celebrated 60 years in business as a global company. So it was our 60th anniversary, which I think that speaks volumes about the quality of the products that we produce, that we've been trading for 60 years. And you don't trade for that long unless you're producing quality products that have got innovation with them. Certainly.
They are really, really good quality pieces, and if you use them properly, use them to their full ability, you really can store a lot in them. That for me was so important, because I'll never forget that day. I was so embarrassed. Everything just went everywhere, and I thought, I will never buy something. There's certain times you don't want to spend a lot of money, and other times you need the right tool for the job, and that taught me a lesson. I love these as well, Sam, because as someone that does soft crafting as well, someone who sews, the fact that you've got that little ruler on top is very useful for that as well. Sometimes you want a bit of elastic or a little bit of ribbon. It's so easy just to take that and do that measurement. So there's so many plus points for these. I love them. £28.98, you're saving £6, item number 078209. Now, the next item, this is a fairly new product as well, I believe, Sam, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is, I think we've probably had this product about 6 weeks. We shown it on, I think we done like an hour, just a 1 hour show on Hochanda recently, and this was one of the products that we kind of launched on that show, and it proved really popular, as with all of our storage products, and we decided to bring it to the 1 day special as well. And I think with this one really is a multi-use storage box. It's a three-layered storage unit, which is why we've kind of called it the multi-stack storage. So each layer does come off.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to have the small kind of the thinner tray at the bottom, you can do that. This product's, I think, you'll see it being used in bedrooms for makeup. You could put makeup brushes in the drawer, the different sorts of, powders, foundations. Not that I'm experienced in makeup. I'm sure you probably help me out with that one, but then perfumes on the top, nail varnishes. It's just a really good all-round storage product there, multi-stack storage.
It really is. Now, I'm not going to for 1 minute pretend these are my makeup brushes. If they were, I think everybody would be rather worried. But I've got some paint brushes just to show you that, of course, on the top layer there, you've got the height, because you don't have to, as long as you haven't got a shelf or anything restricting that, then of course you can put the height in there. And again, you can get lots of different pots and things in there. It will hold more than you probably realise. Something else we haven't mentioned as well is you can wall mount these if you want to as well, can't you?
Yes, you can. And they literally lift apart so easily as well. So if you wanted to use, you wanted to take the top one with you, if you've got it on a shelf, they really do come apart nice and easy. And again, it's got the clear drawers in the front, so if you have got items stored in there, it is nice and easy to see kind of what you've got, what you're storing in those items.
I've just remembered why that ruler was so useful on the storage box that we had previously as well, because I did see these on a previous show. I'm just going to measure it again because I can't actually remember. But these drawers, 7 inches by 4 inches, and the height of them is also 4 inches. That is a huge space, and you've got 3 of those. So 7 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches. Really, really good space to put all those bits and pieces again. Really nice, these. The fact that you can stack them together as well just makes it even better, doesn't it? £5 saving on these as well. £24.99, 059292, and we're very busy on those as well. I'll leave the drawer out for a minute because we want to move down the counter. Now the next one, I've got a feeling this is going to be a busy one. This is another new item. Now, if you do like the other caddies, this one is different. You'll see that as I open it. As I'm just showing this one off a little bit, Sam, tell us about this, because this is a new today, isn't it?
Yeah, so exactly that. This is the first time that we've offered this product to the market. It's a three tray crafter's storage box. You've got the 3 levels that move out, as you can see there on the hinge system. Now, you may have seen versions of this kind of similar where the lid is attached to the trays. Now, the reason we haven't done that is if you were to do that, it would topple over. So if you're thinking, oh, I've seen something a little similar to this, again, we've tried to work on improving the product, and that's just one of the features that we've got. And you can actually move in the very top layer. You can actually change the size of the compartments as well.
Oh,
so the little dividers in between. You can customize the space. Should you want to do that, you can do that as well with that product. The fact that it has the carry handle on the top, crafting on the go again, as we referred to, and this really is, this is a great storage product for, again, lots of different kind of, whether it be craft, whether it be kind of toys. I mean, you could use it as a fishing tackle box. You can use it for home DIY. It's got the nice compartment storage on the top there again, so there's just lots of storage within this one unit. There's lots of different areas that you can put different things in.
There is. Do you know what I like about this lid? Because this is the first time I've opened it. You've got that ruler on there again as well, which is very useful. But also, as you can see, I've lifted the top there. Really good clasps again that are going to hold really... You can hear that snap, can't you? You know that's going to hold well. but you can just open those little ones separately. So perhaps if if perhaps you're a jewellery maker, you've got little beads in there, maybe you want to keep your jump rings or something that you're going to use more often. You don't have to take the whole of the lid off, you don't have to remove the handle, you're not messing about with all those different clasps. So very, very many good points about this one as well. And yes, you can feel the quality in this as well, Sam. It's really, really lovely. The fact that you've got that carry handle as well. You've got that clasp on the front, and again, my favourite bit, you've got those teeth, I'm going to call them, because I can't think of another word, another way of putting it. But it all clips together beautifully. Lovely. $29.99 is the price for this one. 556907. New today, and we've got another new today coming up as well. So you've not seen this one before on here. We've got the art box and the paint saver as well. So tell us about these, Sam.
So we'll start with the art box, just so you've got that one. So we've got that nice kind of snapping lid mechanism on there as well. So this product, it's around about 35 to I think it's about 35 centimeters, so it's quite a large. And the reason we're calling it the art box is we see it being used for kind of paintbrushes, and the reason that or pencils. And the reason that we've added the foam down the bottom end is just to prevent the ends being damaged, if they were to move around a little bit. So again, a nice little bit of innovation into, what is a clear storage art box. That just will help protect the ends of your brushes down there.
That is really clever,
and I guess with this product, it's very self-explanatory. There's 3 compartments, clear, so you can see everything. We've added that ruler on again, on the top. Yeah, this is just another good addition to kind of storage solution, really. It's a good storage solution.
I love the fact that you've got that foam in there. I'm totally with that. If you've got those expensive pencils or watercolour pencils, something like that, and they are loose in there because you can't obviously fit a full tin in, they will get damaged if things are sliding around. So make sure that you put your lead points or the ends of your pencils face into that foam. That's not the only thing you're getting, of course. We also have this lovely little item. This is the first time I've seen this, actually. So, this is the paint saver. So again, a really good clasp on the front. And we've got that little inner tray there. And also, of course, you've got your palette.
Sorry, Catherine. The reason for the little tray is you can use that as a mixing palette. Yeah. And that mixing palette will obviously fit in the lid, on the top of the lid of the paint saver.
Oh.
You'll also notice that there's a rubber seal around the edge of the lid on that product.
Let's have a little look. I didn't spot that. Let me just take that little tray out again.
So if you look around the edge of the...
Oh, I see, yes.
Right, there we go, that's it. So what that does is it just helps keep the paint, it prolongs the life of your paint because it aids as an airtight seal, and it will prevent your paints from drying out.
Wonderful. You see, everything has been thought about. I'm just going to make sure I get that in the right way now. That is a lovely little set again, and a great price, $13.99. This is a great gift if you know someone that is particularly a painter or something like that. Someone who wants to carry this about with them, either go to workshops or it's a hobby and they go out, up to the Lake District or something like that, or even sat in the garden. This is going to keep everything really neat and secure for you, but so usable with the mixing palette there. A great box, love it. 592-229 is the item number on that one. Brand new today. Now we have got another new today coming up. I'm really pleased to see this next set actually. Now this, I believe, it is a new today, but I recognise this bucket because one of our lovely guests who comes here. Is this a new today, the whole bundle? No, it's not. One of our guests, Julia Watts, has got this bucket, and I saw her washing it out in the sink after she'd been demonstrating. I said, Julie, where did you get that from? That is so nice. That is such a good idea. I've got to be honest, I just bought a collapsible water carrier, and I don't know what happened to it, but it got a hole in it, and I filled it up to guests here at the studio. Walked across the studio, and I left a trail of water. So I thought, I'm going to get one of these next time I see them on the shows. This is lovely. Tell us about the bucket first of all. So
this is, we're calling it something a little more fancy than the bucket. It's the Painter's Companion, this product. So you've got the three areas in there for, for washing your brushes.
Yeah.
There's the reason there's a little cutout in the front of the product there, it's so you can hold your brush in there as well. So if you want to put down your brush for a few minutes, you can do.
Ah.
And then when we showed, we've only had this product on kind of once before. We'd spoke to Paola, actually. She was saying her dad is a keen painter.
Yes, he is.
One of the things you have to do after you've cleaned your brush is lay them horizontal, which is why there's the little ridges in the handle of the painter's companion, so they will dry out properly.
That is really, really handy, isn't it? It certainly is. Again, as a guest, I mean, I left my things here yesterday overnight and packed up today, and I'd left my paintbrushes just in a glass jar. And yes, I'm unfortunate, some of the bristles are now kind of flat, which isn't a good look. I love this. I've got to be honest, I didn't realise that little slot at the front was for your brush. I thought that was to enable the water to be poured out of there. So it kind of went in a nice straight line. But now you've explained what that's for, I'm very impressed with that. But I know Julia, I'm not going to call it a bucket ever again, it is your painter companion. Julia absolutely loves her, she really, really does. And she genuinely, you'll see her using it on set. But that's not all you're getting in this kit. You are getting, again, this. You've got another paint tray. Now then, we have got some sort of wrapping on there, but I think that's just loose, so I can take that away. Let's have a look at this. Does this open all the way round? It does, doesn't it?
Yes, the lid completely comes off that. So whereas the other one, you can use it as a palette, it's got the hinge lid. This one is yeah, a much larger product. I think in total there's around about 17 paint wells. Don't hold me to that, but I think there's around about 17 on there. It does have the rubber seal in the top of the lid, like the previous kind of paint palette that we'd shown you. And again, that just helps prolong your paint and keep them, keep the product airtight once it's sealed up.
Well, if I've just counted right, Sam, you've actually got 19 different wells there. You've got 15.
I knew it wasn't too far.
I counted that quick, didn't I? I'm quite impressed with myself there. So you've got 15 around the outside, then you've got 4 in the centre there as well. And yes, you do have that lovely lid that's going to snap into place very, very easily and be very secure because you have got those clasps on every single side. Another great price on this one as well, and a saving once again, £3 saving, £13.98 is the price. Item number 128689, but it doesn't end there. Now, when it comes to your caddies, if you think back to the one-day special, we've said you can swap things around. We've actually got another caddy here, but you've got a tray with this one. So this would go into your, if you're building your tower up, Sam, if you wanted to put into your caddies and swap things around, this would fit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so that's the largest caddy container that would fit within the one-day special. So you would take out a double and a single or 3 of the singles, and that will sit nice and securely in the white frame the same way that the other units do. And what we've added to this, bundle, why we've bundled this together is you also get the storage project tray, which sits in the top. So you still get the benefit of the larger storage beneath the tray, but that's great for smaller embellishments, or if you've got a project going on and you want to piece together different things, you can use that tray, and it does come out. Promised. There we go.
There it is, it's out. Very useful again, because actually I'm just going to pop that back in again, Sam, just so I can turn it to the side so you can see the area that you've got totally free at the bottom. That is a very, very useful caddy. Once again, it's got a very good price on it as well. A £5 saving on this one, £9.98, 406349. I can tell you this is another popular item. I think, again, you've seen the benefits of having the larger caddy there that you can interchange with those other things. That tray at the top just makes a difference, doesn't it? 20% of the stock has gone on that particular item. Just to turn that around as well, just to prove that it does slot into those caddies. We will look at the caddies more closely for those that haven't seen it, but it's all going to secure into place. You have got those little, what's the official name for those, Sam? What would I call those? The little locking points.
Well, we call them lugs, but it doesn't sound too great.
That'll do. Lugs sounds fine to me. We'll go with lugs. Right, okay, now, this is another nice item, and I love the fact that these are so clear. So when you're storing anything in there, you can see exactly what you've got. Now, again, we have got packaging on the front here. You can see the silver handles. I think I am allowed to take this off. Oh, right. Oh, actually, that's coming off easier than I thought. Somebody's already torn it at the back. That wasn't me. Let me just... I'm going to take that right off, so I don't want to drop anything on the floor. Let me just take that right away so we can see exactly what we've got. So you've got your 3-drawer storage at the bottom. I don't know if that's taped No, it's not. There we are. Let's just drop that on the floor just for a second. I will tidy up. There you've got your 3 drawers. Very stylish, Sam, this, isn't it?
So I think with this product, we specifically designed it for 12 by 12 papers. And, you know, kind of when we looked at areas that needed, I guess, a storage solution, 12 by 12 paper was one of them. And, you know, people spend a lot of money on buying 12 by 12 paper. It's not a cheap material to use for in crafting. So we sort of realised that there wasn't really anything that you could store them safely in, and which is why we come up with the 3 trays which you've got on the top, which they'll all come off singularly. And with the paper, with the, you know, obviously with the little border on the front there that you can hold, they will fit nicely in there. And then like the larger kind of books that you can buy will fit great in the trays as well. But this, you know, we've had this product on a few times now, and it proved really popular. And if people at home have got the there's a Swedish brand of flat pack furniture that is kind of a cube shape. Those will fit nicely in there. Hopefully you read between the lines of what I was saying, and you'll know the brand I'm referring to. But that will fit nicely in there as well.
Wonderful. There's something else I like about this as well, Sam. I mean, you can see I am kind of moving that on the desk, but it's not a unit that's going to slide around, because you'd think, oh, that's lovely clear plastic, you know, the material it's made of, it's going to move around. It doesn't. I've got to really push that around because it does grip to the desk as well. You've got those little feet under there, haven't you?
Yes, we've added, you can see the perfect shot there. You can see the little rubber feet that we've added, and all that does, it just prevents that movement. It also protects any work surface that it's on. You know, you wouldn't want to be scratching your worktop if you'd had that on there. And it also helps just secure the products, you know, to the work surface. We've got them on the trays as well if you wanted to use the tray individually. That's
it. So whichever way you put these together, or if you use them totally separately, you've got that protection, you've got that kind of non-slip element there as well. And I always like to prove a point with the 12 by 12s as well. You have got what we class as the wiggle room, because if you've got your favourite papers and you are storing those in there, you don't want to be catching the sides and roughing those edges. You want to keep those pristine. Great for the office as well. You know, all sorts of reasons to keep your bills on there, your letters. I will be honest, I've got the 3 top trays. I use mine on my desk, and I put my invoices and my bills in one. When I've paid for them, then I put them in the next one. And sometimes I just hide everything at the bottom when I'm trying to forget about it. £45.98 is the price on this one. £5 is the saving. It is a beautiful, stylish unit. Great for your makeup as well in your bedroom if you want to use it for that purpose. 367901 is the item number. Oh, now who was telling me they were waiting for this to come back? Somebody here has been waiting for this to come back into stock. We have got your smartphone stand and your tablet stand here as well. Now these are a really good buy.
Yeah, these always prove really popular. Yeah, this product, I think, I would say probably 99.9% of kind of your you know, loyal customers have either got a tablet or a smartphone. I'm sure they would find a use for this product, whether it's the craft alongs that you do on Hochanda, or the watching some sort of video on an online platform on how to do something, or if you're following a recipe, or your grandchild or your child's watching some cartoon on a phone whilst you're out. These products just work in everyday life, I think, is what I'm trying to say with both of these products.
And it is adjustable as well. You've got those little notches at the back. So you've got 1 position, 2 position, 3 position there. I think you could probably get a 4th one. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere if I go behind there as well. So you could say 4 there. That folds away so neat and so compactly as well. The tablet stand is exactly the same. You can see there you've got the support at the front. Obviously a larger scale. That just folds out and folds away completely flat again. Once again, this is a great gift option if you're stuck for someone who's a little bit difficult to buy for. As Sam has said, I think everybody now has got some sort of tablet or some sort of phone or something that they will need to stand up. £12.98, a £10 saving on that. If you want to buy for gifts for Christmas now, now's the time to do it. 309092. And then finally, and I do like these as well, the marker pots. These, again, so clever, Sam, because everything's been thought about. Now, you can fit 20 markers in each, and you're getting 2 of these, so that's 40 pens this is going to hold. But these are clever. Again, am I allowed, Kirsty? Can I take some packaging off? She's nodding her head. Sam, I know you're going to explain about these. I'll see if I can slide that without damaging it too much, just to try and keep Kirsty smiling. Tell us about these while I'm unpacking this one.
So,
sorry, Kirsty, you're going to have to
these
tear it.
Kind of, as you said, they hold up to 40 markers. They actually fit in the one-day special as well. So, just from a size reference, they're pretty much the same size as the single canister. So you would be able to sit that on your top layer of caddies as well, which is great if you've got them kind of next to you at your workstation. You can keep your pens, paintbrushes, scissors, obviously pointy end down in there. Yeah. They've also got a rubber silicone insert, which just enables to give a little bit of grip on the items you're storing, or some paintbrushes or some markers are a little thicker than others, and in giving the rubber silicone top, you would be able to just squeeze them in there.
Definitely. I mean, not every pen is square or round. You get hexagonal shapes, you get all sorts of different shapes. These also slot together. I'm just doing that now as best I can so you can see. So you can build these together. You can have them laid that way. You can have them on end. You could have a whole row of them. You could turn that into a cube if you're going for multiples of these. Very clever indeed. Very easy to put together. Very easy to take apart as well. Great, especially if you have got your alcohol pens as well. If you're wanting to colour and you want to see all the colours and the numbers on your lids of your pens, then these are going to be so accessible and great that you can put them into those caddies. I really like those a lot. £11.98 is the price on those. A £3 saving, 867361. Well, we've done the counter, Sam. I'm going to say a massive thank you for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you again at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Hopefully I can remember all that information and do the counter again in a little while. Perhaps we'll have some questions in as well. But really, really lovely products. And again, I've just got to say, endorsed by so many people that come here at Hochanda. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a lovely evening. If you're back at 8 o'clock, we'll try not to keep you too late. I'm sure that you've got a nice cup of coffee or something there as well, though. So do stay tuned in and watch the rest of the show, though, won't you?
Obviously, I will. I wouldn't dare miss it.
OK, thank you, Sam. Right, OK, don't forget to be checking baskets out as well, everybody at home, because we are so busy. The one-day special, we're going to give you a reminder of that. We've got a little video for you here so you can see how this is all put together if you've never seen it before. I love that little video because it does show exactly what you can do with this. We're going to have another look at the one-day special already, and this is the first launch show, of course. We've already lost a third of the stock. We've already done a sell out on the wheelbases. If you've missed out on the wheelbases this time, we're trying our best. We can't guarantee we can get any more, but do watch out. They will be back again in the future if we can't get any more. But don't let it stop you going for the caddies. If you were wanting the full complete tower with the wheels, go for the caddies now because, of course, you have got the carry handle. You still still will be able to use these. The Wheelbase is a luxury, really. It's an optional extra that you will be able to get hold of. When it comes to the caddies, perhaps you've already got the Wheelbase from a previous show and you just add into those towers. I'm just going to point out one or two other things about these as well. I mean, Sam has explained so well, you know, how these came about, the design of them. You know, this is a design specifically for Deflecto. They come up with this idea. But I will now show you, we've taken some of the packaging off. You can see, I'm going to call it a lug because that's what Sam called it. It's a good way of explaining it. You can see how that fits beautifully. If I just tip this forward a little bit, you can see the area there where it's going to sit in perfectly. That means, of course, that those canisters are going to stay in place. They're not going to move around. Just make sure that's pushed down into position. What I also love about these as well, and I'm just going to take out those little grey clasps at the side. Remember, they will fold together, so everything's nice and neat. So if you want to reduce that tower and just take a couple of items with you, a couple of canisters, you can do. Now, we've still got some packaging on here, so I'm not going to take that off because I don't want to cause too much upset for our lovely Kirsty, because she has to clean up after me. But what I will tell you is, if I just take this canister out again, you can see on the top of the lid there, you've got that indentation, that shaping there. If I then turn to the bottom of the canister, you've got kind of the opposite. So this one goes in, here you've got the ridget sticking out. If I just take another one out, you can see how they sit so perfectly together. Again, that is not going to cause any slipping. It's not going to roll around. So you've got that extra security there. It sits into the lug. It also sits in the tray beneath. So you've got absolutely everything has been thought about here, and it will take a lot of weight as well. To put those handles back together or those little pieces in place, again, really you should take the packaging on to do this, but I can't get these clipped into place. It is just a case of snapping those into place there. If I just turn that around so you can see, and it locks together. So do make sure at home that you take all the cardboard off so they do sit perfectly together. But look, they are so easy to carry around, and you're getting 4 of these. I'm just holding 3. Of course, you are getting 4. Each one, if I just turn this around again, each tray, you've got the 3 single ones at one side here, but of course you can change these around. You've got a double one and another single at this side here as well. I know it's been very busy, and we will give you a reminder of that extra canister, the large one. If you wanted to pop that into your caddy, and just turn that around, that's what you would need to do. You would take those 3 out. Oh, we have got it here actually. Let's just bring this one in. So then there, of course, that's going to fit perfectly. And you've got the added addition, if you are going for that caddy or that extra canister, of that tray on top there. So perhaps you are a multi-crafter, perhaps you do so, you make cakes, you do your mixed media work, perhaps you've got multiple different types of products and you want to switch things around. So easy to do that, really, really is. Great price on these as well. The one day special, 2 payments of £24.98, item number 903010. And it doesn't matter which side you put the double or the single, because the lugs will work whichever way you decide to put that. Do take advantage while we've got these at that price. It really is a great saving. Let's have a look what else we've got. Let's give you a reminder. Now, the canister that I've just shown you there, just to take that canister lid out again, the tray there, we'll just pop that out so you can see what you've got there. You're loving this one. 1/3 of the stock has gone. 1/3 of the stock. If I just pop that tray back in and turn to the side, because I do like you to see the volume that you've got there at the bottom, so what you're going to be able to fit in there without interfering with that tray at all. That tray is optional. If you want something a little bit taller in there, you can take the tray out, pop it back in when you need it. Again, everything just fits together beautifully. You've got the lugs on the back, so you know it's going to fit into the canisters, into the caddy, as I've just shown you as well. What a great price. £9.98, £10 saving on these, 406349. If you can go for multiples on those, you're not going to regret it. I think we've got a little bit of information coming up on something else we've got for you as well. Let's have a look at these. I really like these. I have got my things in here, which I will be taking home tonight because I need them. But do you know what? you've got two here. Now, I haven't filled the little one. £28.98 is the price on these. You're saving £6. Just to go through the details again, I'll show you on the small one before I unpack the larger one, actually. Exactly the same principle. You've got the tray at the top with the ruler on. Obviously, the larger box has got a longer ruler. You can take that top tray or the lid from that top tray separately. You don't even have to open the rest of the box. So you can see you've got, you know, you can put your accessories in there, your little jewellery pieces, your beads, your screws, your nails, whatever you're doing, whatever you get these for, you can open that without interfering with the rest of the box. But then the all-important clasps on the side, which I'm going to repeat again, that does make such a difference. They are not going anywhere. They lock together beautifully. Take the top tray off, then you've got your inner tray. So great for your scissors, your smaller tools, your paint brushes, glue sticks, whatever you want to put in there. Again, it's not just for your crafting needs. And then, of course, you've got the area at the bottom that's going to house so many bits and pieces. Now, we do have, I think, a video showing us these as well. So let's have a look at that. And then we might do a little bit of unpacking. Here we go. There we go. Very easy to put your things in and out there. And again, on the video, I could see there was still room to put more bits and pieces in. Now, yesterday, I did Pentart show, so I did leave my products here. So I was a little bit limited to what I could put in. If I'd got distress inks, I would have put those in to show how many could fit. But let's have a look what I have actually got in this box. I'm going to take the lid off first of all, and I'll come back to that. Of course, the tray, there's plenty of room still in the tray. I've got lots of paint brushes. I've got my spoons for mixing. I've got sponges, scissors, glue sticks, all sorts of bits and pieces in there. But let's have a look what I've got in the bottom. Now, you will notice, and again, this is because of what I had with me, some of these are laid on their side, which is fine because that means you can create, you know, more room if you can lay something on the side. Not everything you want to store on their side though, and that's an important point. So you will see as I go through this box, there are lots of mediums that are upright as well. So let's take out what we've got. And I can genuinely, I think you can probably see it, but I can genuinely tell you that I could fit quite a few more items in this box. So I've got pigments in here, I've got acrylic paints in here, we've got the crystal pens, and the snow pens in there as well. We've got some more paints here. Let's just go with that one there. Let's just move those over there so you can see. I've got, what's this? Oh, I've got varnish for crackling. That's a two-part system, so I've got another one somewhere. We will find it, it's in there somewhere. I've got decoupage varnish in there. Oh, glossy varnish. I've got lots of galaxy flakes in here as well. Let's just get those out. More varnish, expand paste. I've got paints in there. I've got pouring glaze in there. Ice crystal paste, snow crystal paste. Oh, there's a lot more to come out yet. We've got some more galaxy flakes there as well. Oh, the galaxy flakes just keep going on. Look at this. Oh, thank goodness I've found part 2 to my crackle. I didn't want to lose that because I love that. More galaxy flakes, in fact. Oh, in fact, I'm still going with the galaxy flakes. Have I got them all in here? I think we had 10 different colours yesterday. Primer paste, that's my gesso. I've got my antiquing paste in there as well. I've got my 3D balls for my mixed media. I've got rainbow paste in here. I've got ice effect paste. What else have I got? Huge bit of pouring glaze, that's in there as well, so I've got 2 of those. Oh, I've got an extra part 2 to my crackle. Oh, and another, oh, must have 2 sets of that because I've got 2 1s and 2 2s. So I could have swapped that out for something else. We've got more paint in here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 12 paint pens in there. I've got my mirror misters in here as well, which I absolutely love. Oh, I've even got more crystal pens there. And finally, I've got my black gesso. And I still had room. All that in just the base of one box. This is the point now where I wish Alex was here and she had to pack it all away. If you ever saw that show, it was hilarious. £28.98, £6 saving here. Don't forget you are getting that box with the inner tray, with the top lid, which I've also got more little bits and pieces in the top there as well, embellishments, MDF and all sorts, and you get that smaller box as well, all for that wonderful price, 078209. Let's move down though, because we have got something that's quite new. I think Sam said it's only been around for about 6 weeks. This is proving busy as well, the multi-stack. You can use this for much more than your crafting needs. Every component comes apart, so you've got the top there, so you could use that separately. Everything starts together. You can take away the drawer, the single drawer there. You've got your 3 at the bottom, but if you want to swap those over, you can do that as well. Oh, I think we've got an image coming for this. Is it for this one? Kim has sent us an image in. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, and I can see she's got she's got pen caddies in there as well, so they fit. Oh, Kim, that looks very well organised. I like that a lot. I can see ribbons in the drawer at the bottom. There's some sort of, it looks like distress sprays or something in the bottom there as well. There's all sorts in there. The scissors and all those important tools, paintbrushes, pens. And the fact that you have got the clear drawers, you can see there's ink pads in there as well. So you can see what you're looking for, and it keeps everything so neat and compact. £24.99, £5 savings, 059292. Again, you could build those on top of each other as well, and a quick reminder that you can wall mount them if you want to do that, because you have got those little keyhole fixings there, so you can do that if you haven't got room on your desk. Right, the next item, brand new today, so well thought out, this one as well, really sturdy. Again, you've got the carry handle. You've got the clasp on the front there as well. Just going to take that open. We've got the ruler on the top. If I just open this out, you can see, I'm going to turn it to the side to do this so you can see the mechanism. Then you've got your trays that fold out. You've got lots of storage there at the bottom. We've got 1, 2, how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. We've got 8 packs of pens in there, and there's still room. We could have got 9 in there and other things as well. Lots of compartments in the trays, and the top one, again, if I just show you, you can pull out those and you can move them to change the size of those compartments as well. And they just slide into place, and you've got those different options. Really nice. Separate compartments at the top as well. Let me just take that at the front. You can lift the front tray, or the lid to the front tray. That's where the ruler is. And at the back, you've got your little trays as well. £29.99, brand new today, 556907. Then moving down, we do have another new today. So we've got our lovely, this is a really nice kit actually, I like this a lot. Just to point out, you've got the foam in there as well, so if you want to protect your pencils, if you're putting those in there, you're not going to break the nibs of them or the leads. £13.99 is going to get you the art box and the paint saver as well. I'll just quickly open up the paint saver because there we are. You've got your inner tray, so for mixing, you've got your tray that goes into the lid there as well. And I must point it out because it is important. You've got that rubber seal that works all around the inside of the lid there, so that is going to prolong the life of your paints that are in there. All that fits together beautifully with that clasp as well. 592229 is the item number, £13.99 for those. Now, I've got to be careful what I call this. This is our paint companion. It's not a bucket at all, it is a companion, and it's a great companion. And Julia, I can, you know, quite easily use Julia's name because I know she absolutely loves this. Do you know, the fact that if you're crafting a lot, sometimes you put your water into a glass jar, you're constantly going to the sink, tipping it out and putting fresh water in. You've got 3 different compartments there, so maybe keep one for clear water, perhaps if you're using that to water down your inks or your watercolours, if you need that clear water for painting. Then you've got your washing out brushes. You do have, and I honestly didn't realise this is what it was for, you've got your little support for your brushes there as well. But not only that, and I do love this idea, do get into the habit of storing your brushes across the notches in the handle so that you don't damage the bristles on your brushes when you buy good tools. And brushes are one of those things that I would always say it is worth going for quality. You do not want to spoil those bristles. Keep them nicely shaped. Don't do what I do and leave them in glass jars overnight. Oops. And we have, just reminding me there, and we have the paint tray as well. So the lid on this one does come off all the way around. You've got 19 compartments in there. And that lid as well that just locks into place, a really good size. £13.98, £3 saving, 128,689. We're getting very close to the end of the show. The drawers there, let's just quickly bring the details up. You can see all the information about this online. 367,901. You're saving £5 on that one. Everything comes apart as well. There's a flexi-buy option on it. All got little rubber feet on. 367,901. Don't miss out on the tablet holder and the smartphone holder. We've got a great price on that. If I remember rightly, is it £10 saving on this? Yes, £12.98 for both of those, 309092. 40% of the stock gone. And don't miss out, I've got these, I love them. They all fit together. Go for as many as you want. Just make a whole row of them, a whole cube. I'm being counted out. I've got another show coming up a little bit later though. Don't miss out on your Deflecto. Details on the screen.